Welcome to the 5th installment of my Perfume Museum series, and today I'll be covering the houses of Caron and Worth. These are, as in the last videos, very small collections but much treasured by me, and they include some of the classics from these houses. Let me start with the House of Worth, which was founded in the 1900s by an Englishman, Charles Worth, who transplanted himself to France, where the action of the fashion world was centered. So Charles Worth's house was originally a fashion house, which later on branched into perfume, and his perfumes were based on a love poem. So he issued 5 fragrances, or rather his descendants issued 5 fragrances based on a love poem, and it went like this: Dans la nuit, vers le jour, sans adieu, je reviens vers toi. And the first in the series was, of course, Dans la nuit, which means in the night. And this is a rare blue enamel bottle containing 12 ounces of eau de toilette and designed by René Lalique. This is quite rare and sought after, which usually goes for hundreds of dollars on eBay. I also have vintage extrait of Dans la nuit. This is an interesting, rather powdery fragrance, but it is like no other, and it truly is a nighttime scent, which really speaks with nocturnal sounding notes. It has a long dauber. Right, the modern bottles do not have such long, rather old-fashioned daubers. Very interesting and attractive scent. The only other perfume I have in that series is Je Reviens, which happens to be the most famous of that series of fragrances, and this is the 5.5 ounce eau de cologne, vintage of course. And this is also powdery, but it features the flower narcissus together with aldehydes, cinnamon and other flowers. To me, this fragrance is interesting enough to beat the likes of Chanel No. 5. It came out in 1932 in the midst of the Great Depression, and it has survived until this day but has been majorly reformulated. I also have the semi-vintage eau de toilette in this packaging. Nowadays, these bottles in this same packaging go for quite good prices on eBay, and this is the rather rare 3.38 ounce size. What you usually see is the 1 ounce size or smaller, and it opens at the top to reveal a very attractive bottle with stars embedding the exterior. It's still a very good scent, but I actually prefer the eau de cologne. So this one is halfway on the road to reformulation, and from what I read, the reformulation isn't good at all. Okay, that's all I have from the House of Worth. Let me proceed to the House of Caron. I only have 3 scents from this house, which was founded in 1904 by Ernst Deltroff, who also happens to be the perfumer, who was the perfumer for this house. And in 1922, he came out with a scent called Nuit de Noël, and here is a 1 ounce size bottle with a very distinctive black glass, and a gold art deco type of label. I have a sealed bottle of this perfume, which is very heavily based on oak moss and woody notes, and was designed to remind the wearer of Christmas, and hence the name. And I also have a smaller half-ounce bottle. So the stopper comes out like this. It's a very woody and sophisticated smell, and very dense as well. And the casing is this green casing, so you can see the words, the address of the house of Caron. The larger versions of this almost always come with a green tassel, but I don't have that one. They also issued a scent called Bellagio, which I've reviewed, and this is heavily based on carnation, and it's also a very rich and floral and musky scent. I'm not sure at the moment, I've forgotten when this scent came out, but it's probably in the 1910s or 1920s. And their rarest scents, considering the current reformulations, is the leather fragrance Tabac Blanc. Here I bought a sealed box of the half-ounce size of this fragrance, and this I believe is from the 80s. The 70s version has an even older and more archaic looking design, but this is probably from the 80s, and this is a very sought after fragrance because I guess the reformulation isn't any good. And this is the bottle. So unopened with a wire seal. There's a label stuck to the metal or the string attached to the neck, but one day I dropped this bottle, fortunately still in the box, and nothing happened, but this label came out. So this is pristine and unopened. So maybe one day if I have a very happy occasion, I might open this to see what the fuss is all about. So it's just a lovely bottle nestled in this little recess in the box, and it's very good quality. So that is all actually that I have on these two houses. So this is a shorter video because of the smaller size of the collection. Thank you for watching.